Hello, everyone, and welcome in. Hello, Sarah Lewis. How is everyone doing today? Good. Thank you. I'm so excited that you've caught your first live here. Hello, KMT. I'm doing great. I had a nice Halloween. I've had a nice morning. I'm really excited to connect with you guys and see what messages come through for November. Did you guys have a nice Halloween? Did you do anything? Oh, thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, so pretty chill, calm Halloween. Mine too. I had plans to do things, but everything sort of fell through and it ended up just being just sort of like a really chill evening. But that was nice too. Oh, thank you, KMT. Thank you. Yes, so much. I work really hard to get readings out pretty much every day, and I love what I do. So it's really nice to know that you appreciate it and you benefit from them. All right, so I'm just sort of waiting for the chat to fill up a little bit. Right now we have 7 people in the chat, so I think if we get to 10, I'll start, or if we get to hello, Mitrabel, or we get to, let's see if we get to the 7-minute mark. I started a little bit early just to open up the chat and make sure everything was working. I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of going live, but it can be kind of daunting when things don't work out. Oh, Eternal Flame 1111. Oh, I don't know who that is. I'm going to have to check that out. Hello, Synthesized Souls. Hello, R. Oh, Mitrabel, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Hey, Emily Diaz, nice to see you here. Some familiar names popping up here. Very cool. Oh, very nice. Okay, Sarah, thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check her out and see and see. That's so cool that she appreciates my readings as well. It's nice to know. Sarah Lewis, I've been talking to you. I don't know why all of a sudden I thought that was a new person. All right, so we've got 10 people in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I know I say this all the time, but I'm going to try to keep these a little bit shorter than I have in the past, but we'll see how successful I am at that. So the signs that I'm going to be reading are going to be on these cards here to the left, on these astrology cards. And we're going to start with Scorpio. And we'll go through from Scorpio to Libra. And let's just go ahead and jump right into this. I'm going to be doing a 3-card spread. And we're going to take a look at what's coming towards my Scorpios in November. And, you know, how it's going to make you feel. And get advice and guidance from Spirit. Hey, Scorpio rising, Aquarius sun, Cancer moon. Ooh. All right, clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Scorpios out there. What's coming to my Scorpios in the month of November? All right, we have the Hierophant card, so Taurus energy. How this is going to make you feel, the 10 of Pentacles showing up in reverse. And your Spirit's advice is the 3 of Wands in reverse, okay? So it looks like you might have a Taurus coming towards you here, Scorpio, or somebody here that really wants a relationship with you. It may be someone who's taken their time, or it may be somebody who feels like they've missed an opportunity, or if they don't act now in November, that they're going to miss an opportunity with you. But it could be somebody here who's been dragging their feet, okay? Or somebody here that, yeah, has just been sort of taking their time and maybe have missed an opportunity with you, because with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, I get my Scorpios, you're not so sure here about commitment. You're not so sure about union. And you may be enjoying the single life, or you just don't want to rush into anything, but like this person's ready for a relationship. And I feel like my Scorpios, you might not be. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Pay attention to the number sequence 1010 here. I'm also seeing with the Wheel of Fortune that some of you, you're focused on moving forward. Like, I don't know if you gave this person chances, or you were waiting for them and you've decided to stop waiting. Or you're very focused on your finances more so than this person or this connection. Now, Spirit's advice is that there's distance here. And so this connection does seem a little bit blocked. You know what I'm hearing, Scorpio? Like if it's not an F yeah, then it's a no. And I feel like a lot of you, you're in that vibe. And we see the Judgment card. Some of, you know, Scorpio, for some of you, this person missed an opportunity with you. Spirit's telling you this connection is blocked, but they're coming in. They're worried they've missed this opportunity. They want a relationship with you, but the Judgment card is a hard no. And the 3 of Wands. Now you might have somebody else coming towards you with this Ace of Wands, or you're just focused on something new. Like I'm kind of getting this is in the past for a lot of my Scorpios. The Judgment card in reverse oftentimes shows up for me, Scorpio, as, you know, it's time to grow and transform your life. And I think you're sort of choosing that over this person in the month of November. Now, of course, you have agency and power to decide, but there's somebody that wants a relationship with you. And I don't know if my Scorpios, you're on the same page. All right, so let's see what advice Spirit has for you. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. See, my Scorpios, I feel like you're not having it. I feel like Spirit saying, you know what? Don't stress about this. You already kind of know the answer here. And I do think they're going to try to make it tempting for you, but Spirit's telling you to focus on creating room for new opportunities and new possibilities. And it looks like you may have one coming to you. Now, it may be in Scorpio season, because we do have the Death card here and the Ace of Wands, or you're just all about focusing on yourself here. Yep, and Spirit saying, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it's only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So again, this may be a bit of a difficult decision for some of my Scorpios there, but I think you're going to know the answer here. All right, Scorpio. So someone here who's definitely wanting you here in November. All right, we're going to move right on into Sagittarius. All right. All right, so what is coming towards my Sagittarius, please? What's coming towards my Sagittarius, please, in the month of November? All right, so we have the Two of Wands, okay. I like that energy. Sometimes this is my twin flame card. How you're gonna feel. All right, the Six of Pentacles. This is something that's gonna throw you off balance a little bit, Sag. And your advice here is the Two of Cups. So there's potential for love, but I'm also seeing, you know, some of you have choices. Kind of what I'm getting. All of these are choices. So pay attention to the number sequence 2-2 or repeating twos. Spirit's telling you to choose wisely. This Two of Wands, this is somebody who, you know, could have fire in their chart, but let's see who this person is. It's like they've made a decision, or they want to see growth and expansion here with you. And we see the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So this could be somebody who has a Venus in Virgo, the Nine of Pentacles. This could be somebody here who's recently divorced or separated. I do think this person is single. Let's see if we get anything else. And we get the King of Wands. So they could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. But you want to be careful because this person, Sag, could be a bit of a player, or they could be somebody here who's not really ready to step up into a higher level of commitment, although they're going to come in saying that's the energy that they want. Some of my Saggies, you might feel a little bit breadcrumbed here. You're going to feel like something's a little bit off balance, or there's like a lot of potential here, but something that feels a little bit off here with this person, with this energy. Some of you, again, you also have more than one option. Yeah, the Eight of Swords. Like you're going to feel like with this person, Sag, like there's something here that you're not seeing. And I also think this situation is going to stress you out a lot because you are going to feel this intense connection. Two of Wands can sometimes be twin flame energy or just a really strong soulmate connection. Like you two are right for each other in a lot of ways. And this person may say that they want a future, act. I don't think they act that way. I think they kind of say stuff that makes you feel like they want a future, but I'm kind of getting you got to watch out because this person isn't really going for anything long term. So they could be a bit of a player. I feel like this is going to feel a bit disappointing for you. Eight of Swords, you're going to sense that you're not seeing something, but you may still feel a little bit stuck on this person. There's a big decision to make, the Two of Cups, and we see Capricorn energy, the Devil. Capricorn energy. So I am actually reading this as quite karmic energy that's coming towards you in the month of November. And for my, my November Saggies, I feel like this is going to be a little bit frustrating, but Spirit wants you to take a look at what it is here with this person that's making you uneasy. All right. And we see the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, Spirit saying here, you and this person aren't really on the same page. And I'm also seeing that this could be, your person may have some sort of karmic third party around you, or this person is a karmic third party. Okay, so I feel like in the month of November, yeah, we have the Eight of Wands. I think you're manifesting someone, but I don't think that they're ready to come in the month of November here, Sag. But I do think you have this person who's a bit of a player or who's not really looking for a future. Pay attention to how this person makes you feel. And there's something beneath the surface that feels off, so you want to trust your intuition. They could be a Capricorn, they could be a fire sign, but Spirit's saying, you know what, you and this person are not on the same page. This is not a connection that you're necessarily meant to be, isn't really quite meant to be in union here. Advice and guidance from Spirit, please. Yeah, hold up, Sag, wait. All right, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Okay, and a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So again, you don't want to rush into things, and don't pay attention to just what this person says, Sag, because they might lay it on thick. They might come in and be very romantic, but don't rush into things. Watch and wait and see who this person really is, because I think there's something there that you definitely need to take a look at, and it feels like some red flags there. All right, my lovely Saggies, I'm going to leave it there, and we're going to move right along into Capricorn energy. All right. All right, so yes, I am starting with Sagittarius, and we're going to move, starting with Scorpio, and we're going to move all the way into Libra. So we're gonna go in order, but starting with my Scorpios. And happy birthday to my Scorpios out there, by the way. All right, the audio is going in and out. Can you guys hear me now? Okay. All right, Jessica, I'm assuming you're saying that you can hear me okay. All right. Yeah, I've been having serious internet problems, and they quote unquote excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, wow. Powerful words, because Robin says the audio is going out, and then my throat chakra completely went haywire. Powerful words there. Okay. No, I'm just a little bit worried that my internet is a little bit shoddy, so the connection was just really bad. And it's also why a lot of my videos were uploading with like glitches. I'm sure you saw at least one that had glitches in it, and that was just terrible. But now I can't seem to get my voice back. What happened? All right, sorry about that. I'm like coughing, taking sips of water, not sure what's going on here, but all right, let's go on right into Capricorn energy. All right, Capricorn, so let's see what's coming towards my Capricorns in the month of November. Okay, Mitrabel, now I'm feeling a little bit paranoid about my voice breaking up. Is it an issue with the audio, you think, or is it just my throat chakra, which I think has been fixed? Okay, all right, Catherine, thank you. All right, so for Capricorns, let's go ahead and see what's coming for you in the month of November. All right, so we see the Eight of Cups. How this is going to make you feel, King of Pentacles in reverse. Thank you, Sarah. And your advice is the Five of Swords. Interesting energy. So I feel like there's someone coming towards you, Capricorn. Now, this can either be somebody who's walked away from you, or they're walking away from something to come towards you. Let's see. Why do we have the Eight of Cups here? The Four of Swords. Yeah. I feel like this is somebody who may have walked away from a third party. This is also somebody who's very restless to come towards you. Somebody really restless to come towards you. And the Ten of Swords. Interesting. This is somebody who's been through some sort of very painful ending. I'm a little bit worried, though, Capricorn, with this person's energy, that they're still kind of unhealed. Now, maybe you've had an ending with this person, but it could also be that this person is one of those types that kind of jumps in and out of relationships or rushes off from one relationship to another. So it is something that you're going to have to, it's something that you're going to have to just keep an eye on here. Let's see, who is this person? Star card. They could be an Aquarius. This is somebody who's unhealed, Capricorn. Again, either from a relationship with you, most likely they're an Aquarius or they have strong Aquarius placements. So they're either unhealed from a separation with you or with somebody else or some sort of personal loss or ending. Now, that doesn't necessarily have to be like a deal breaker for all of you, but it's definitely a message of concern. How you're going to feel, King of Pentacles in reverse, you're not going to be so sure about investing in this connection. You're going to be feeling, with this King of Pentacles in reverse, you're going to have to look deeper. And I think you're going to be feeling that way. Like, you're going to see, okay, like on the outside, I'm seeing one thing, but I need to dig a little bit deeper here to see if this is something that I can invest in. You may be very physically attracted to this person, is what I'm hearing. But there's definitely hesitation here, Capricorn, in November about investing in this connection. Yeah, some of you, you're worried. Some of you too might be worried that this person is too superficial, or maybe they're after you because of money, power, status, or potentially seeing this as a very disappointing connection. Yeah, and the Devil in reverse. This might turn you upside down a little bit, but I do think you're going to be feeling a little bit pessimistic about this connection, like not seeing the benefit in it for you. Spirit saying the Five of Swords, you want to detach to see things clearly with this person, because again, I think there's going to be a very strong physical attraction here. The Nine of Wands in reverse, all right, and the Knight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I think Spirit saying, Capricorn, heads up here. Investing in this connection could be something that ends up being very, very draining for you. Intuitively, you're going to see it and sense that. I think you're going to be very physically attracted to this person. I think you're going to be very tempted to get together with this person. Again, you have all the power in the world to make your own decisions and see where this goes. But they're unhealed. They're in this unhealed energy, and I don't see it necessarily being a beneficial connection with you. The Queen of Swords in reverse could indicate that this person is an air sign. We get really strong Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This can also be an ex, but I'm also seeing the Queen of Swords in reverse can also be somebody who's stuck on a lower vibrational timeline. So someone here who's still stuck in the past, not quite ready to move forward. And I see that being quite challenging for you, Capricorn, or for this connection to be anything more than something physical. All right, so let's go ahead and see what advice and guidance Spirit has for you. All right, so friendship, nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Okay, so maybe some of you want to friend zone this person and just leave it at that. It may also be an indication that, not through this person, but through a friend or someone around you, there may be love. I just feel like it's not this person here, Capricorn. And transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. I think this is a separate message here for you, Capricorn. I think you have somebody around you, or somebody who's going to start off as a friend that's going to end up being something more. And I feel like that's where your focus needs to be, not so much on this energy that we've been picking up on here. All right, Capricorn, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you so much love and light. And we're going to move right on into Aquarius. All right. So, Aquarius. Sarah Lewis, do you plan on sticking around for a while? because I was thinking about making you a moderator, or if anybody else would like to volunteer to moderate. I'll do the Aquarius reading, and then I'll see if anybody volunteers to be a moderator. All right, Aquarius, let's go ahead and see what's coming towards you in the month of November. All right, so we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, okay? How this is going to make you feel, Devil in reverse. And we have the Emperor, okay, and the Death card. So all of these cards showed up in reverse, so I'm going to turn them upright. And Susie, I don't know if you mind. Do you mind if I make you a moderator? I don't know if my connection is slow or not, but okay. So I'm going to make Sarah and Susie, I'm going to make you both moderators. Again, if one of you, if you don't want to stick around for the you know, if you both don't want to stick around for the whole time. All right, so I'm going to just add you as moderators. Okay. So let's see, and Susie. Okay, I think I added both of you. I think I added Sarah and Susie as moderators. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at this Aquarius. So we have the Ten of Pentacles. So it looks like you have either a Capricorn or an Aries coming through for the month of November. It does look like this is somebody who has a lot to offer with the Ten of Pentacles. We also have Scorpio energy here at the bottom of the deck. It looks like this is somebody who has a lot to offer, but there could be potentially, this person could also potentially be married. So we need to take a look and see, why do we have the Ten of Pentacles here for my Aquarius, please? Why do we have the Ten of Pentacles here? The Page of Wands in reverse. This is somebody who's a little bit nervous to approach you, or maybe they feel a little bit intimidated by you, Aquarius. And we see the Queen of Swords. So they could be a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. I feel like this is somebody who has a lot to offer, but they're a little bit nervous or a little bit intimidated. I feel like this person is very intelligent. I feel like there could be a really strong intellectual connection between the two of you, but the Page of Wands in reverse indicates that they have like one foot in the door, one foot out. They're feeling a little bit intimidated by you maybe, or nervous to approach. And I'm also seeing they might kind of keep things kind of, I want to say, I don't want to say sterile, but kind of serious with you until they're sure that like they have a chance to like ask you out, or that you two are compatible. So it kind of feels like you've got somebody with a lot to offer here who's checking you out. It might come as a surprise to you though with that Queen of Swords, because I do feel like they kind of keep their emotions under wraps. Now with the Devil energy, here, you're going to be feeling, I think this is going to be something that may stress you out a little bit. This could also indicate that you have a very strong physical attraction to this person. You're going to feel like there's some sort of unseen tie, soul tie, or bond with this person. Okay, but I definitely see you stressing out about them. Maybe because you're wanting them to come towards you. And it's like, it feels like they hold back a little bit, or they kind of keep things serious, or they never let things get into that like flirting stage. Okay. And we see the Five of Wands. Yeah. So you're going to definitely be feeling a little bit conflicted here, because I feel like there's this really strong soul tie. I think there's even this like flirtation between the two of you, but then it's like they're not making their move, and it feels like you're waiting for them to make their move. All right, so you're going to feel a little bit conflicted. You might even feel a little bit frustrated. You may even feel like giving up on this connection. But the Emperor energy here tells me that, you know, you need to stand strong. You need to have boundaries. You need to be decisive. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse, a missed opportunity, and the Fool. See, what I think is going on here, Aqua, again, I think that there are feelings here, but I think this person just gets a little bit nervous, or they get a little bit shy. And they have a lot to offer. I think you're very attracted to them. I think you think about them a lot, or you will be thinking about them a lot. Maybe even, you know, feeling like you're low-key obsessed, and feeling a little bit frustrated because you want them to show you more emotion. You want them to ask you out, or you want them to take it to the next level. And I feel like just as you start to feel like, okay, this is a missed opportunity, I'm not backing down, this person needs to ask me out, this person needs to step up, you know, and you're like, I feel like right as you're getting frustrated, boom, the Fool card, you know, I think there's going to be some sort of new beginning, or they take that risk, or they take that leap of faith towards you. Yeah, because I think this person is a little bit avoidant is what I'm seeing. And I'm also seeing that, you know, they have way deeper feelings for you than maybe you realize. But I do think a lot of my Aquarius, you do realize it. But I'm also seeing here in the month of November, there's a real strong possibility this person steps up and comes towards you, and they just sort of, you know, they pull that trigger, right? Like they come towards you, tell you how they feel, ask you out. But some of you, like, I do feel like your advice here, though, is not to stay stuck on someone here who's not able to come at you the way you need them to come at you. All right. But I think they are. I think this person is either working up the courage, or they realize if they don't step up and ask you out, they're going to miss this opportunity. And I like this Fool energy, strong Aries energy coming through. But this Fool card tells me like there's going to be this fresh start, maybe a fresh start here that you didn't think was going to happen. And for a lot of you, it could be an ex, there's that possibility, but for the vast majority of my aquas that I'm connecting with, I feel this is a secret admirer, or somebody that you're flirting with, or you will be flirting with. Spirit's advice is twin flames, your passion ignites. So, ooh, November could be quite a sexy month for my aquas. And again, there's that really strong soul tie, that soul bond that you're going to be picking up on here. And passion. Ooh, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. So get ready, Aquas. Looks like you guys are going to be having a really passionate November with someone that's going to be frustrating before it gets good, right? All right, I'm going to leave that there, and we're going to move right on into Pisces. Yeah, just a little FYI, I am on Pisces. I started with Scorpio, so I'm going from Scorpio to Libra. All right, Aquas, looks like you guys are going to be having quite a sexy November. All right, my lovely Pisces. Any Pisces in the chat? Ooh, Pisces moon, Emily Diaz. I feel like I remember that. Emily, I'm also going to make you a moderator if that's okay. I'm making the executive decision. All right, Sea Pumpkin. I seem to remember Sea Pumpkin. I think I remember you from one of our previous lives. All right. I mean, you know, that sounded kind of funny. I meant live reading, but maybe we've had a previous lifetime together. All right, let's see. Pisces, what's coming towards my lovely Pisces? Thank you, Emily. All right, so we have the Three of Cups. Okay, so celebration, somebody who brings you a lot of joy. We'll see if that's what it means or if there's third party. How you're going to be feeling, Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, don't love that. And we see the Justice card in reverse. So I may have spoken too soon here, Pisces. All right, we see the Judgment card. You have to use your best judgment here with this person. This could be somebody here that does make you a lot of very happy. It could be somebody here that you're casually dating, but it does feel like there could be some sort of third party around them. Yeah, the Nine of Cups. This is someone you're going to have a lot of fun with. You know, the Nine of Cups is dating. It's like going out for dinner, drinks, you know, hooking up, things like that. But I kind of feel like with this energy, this is somebody who's around for a good time and not a long time. Now, this is in the month of November. Some of you, you're already dealing with this person and you're kind of waiting to see where it goes. But in the month of November, I do think that either you're going to be feeling rejected or feeling like rejecting this person because they're keeping things really casual with you. Yep. You're going to be, I think you're going to be taking a look at all the time and effort that you've put into this connection. And I feel like you're going to say, you know what? I don't know that it's the time and effort that I've put into this is worth it. And you're going to be taking a look at whether or not you want to toe the line, whether or not you want the status quo to continue here, whether or not you want to put in the work. Spirit's advice is the Justice card in reverse. There is something here that's off balance, Pisces. There's something here, there's something here that's off. This person feels superficial or the relationship is superficial. And the Five of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords is about being unapologetic about doing what's right for you. And I think this is going to be a hard decision for some of my Pisces, but I think you know what the right decision is. I mean, unless you're up for just something that's casual and that works for you and you're not looking for anything solid and stable. But yeah, the Judgment card, Aries, Scorpio energy is telling me that it's like this energy feels a little bit base level. Is it fun? Yes. Is it passionate? Does it feel good? Yes. This person is definitely a party person, definitely someone to have a good time with, but they're not somebody that I'm seeing here that you necessarily want to invest in a future. And some of my Pisces, you might even start to lose a little bit of you might start to lose a little bit of passion for this person, is kind of what I'm getting. Like you might start losing passion for this person because of the way they behave, you know, what they're focused on here. So I do feel Spirit saying, be unapologetic about making the right decision, a decision for up leveling. Yeah, but definitely in November, you're going to have a big decision to make here. Now, possibly because somebody else is coming into your life with the Two of Wands here. You know, it could be that you have this person that you're loosely dealing with and who may not be long-term commitment material. And you may also have a Virgo because we have the Hermit card right under that Two of Wands. So it looks like my Pisces, you're going to have a decision between two people or just a decision about whether or not you want to continue in this energy, because this energy, to be honest, Pisces, can keep you single. It can, it can block you from finding someone who's really, truly on the same page and wants the same things as you. All right. So let's go ahead and see final messages, advice, and guidance. But pay attention to a Virgo coming around. All right. Yep. Because you've got a new beginning, most likely with that Virgo energy, or somebody, maybe they're a little bit older, or you see them as a bit wiser, a bit more grounded. They don't necessarily have to be a Virgo, but a new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Beautiful. So it looks like you do have a new beginning here, but you're going to have to close out this cycle or with this person first. And forgiveness, and stop focusing your energy on past events or past people. And it kind of feels like some of my Pisces, this is somebody you've already been dealing with. But it doesn't have to be the case, but life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. And I know it sounds really harsh, I never consider like any relationship or any person like a waste of time, because we do learn from those connections. But I do think this is a connection that's going to keep you stalled if you don't take action or be more decisive here in November. All right, my lovely Pisces. All right, so we are moving right along into Aries. So just a little FYI, if you can read, the signs that I am reading for are going to be on these cards here on the left-hand side. All right, my lovely Aries. What's coming towards my Aries? What's coming towards my Aries in the month of November? Ooh, we've got the Magician, Virgo, Gemini energy. How this is going to make you feel? Ooh, yeah, you're going to be sensing there's definitely opportunity here, potential. Right, and we see the Six of Wands in reverse, okay, as your advice here. All right, so the Magician card, you have a Virgo, Gemini coming your way. This is somebody who has everything they need. I do feel like they're in a relatively healed energy. They could also be a Libra, maybe a Virgo, Libra cusper. This is somebody, I feel like this person is going to be very well put together. This is someone who's very meticulous about the details and about how they dress. This is somebody who's very balanced. I also feel like there's definitely, like there's a soul tie, soul connection here. Somebody who really prioritizes balance and harmony within relationships. They've done a lot of healing. I'm loving their energy here, Aries. And the Ace of Cups, you're going to be loving it too. So it feels like this could be somebody brand new coming into your life. And the Seven of Wands, you may feel a little bit guarded though, but I still think this is something that you want to, something that you really want to fight for. Now with the Six of Wands in reverse, I do feel like there could be some challenges here in bringing this connection into union in November. And we see the Two of Swords. So some of you have a decision to make between this person and someone else. I'm seeing the 2, and then I just saw 22 people and 22 likes. So pay attention to the number sequence, repeating 2s here, my lovely Aries. I think there's going to be a decision to make. Now, maybe you have a decision between this person and someone else, or maybe they have a decision. But I do think that you're going to feel like you're going to be feeling the love, feeling the potential here, because this person is quite put together. They check all of your boxes. Yeah, but there's something here that's creating a little bit of distance in the month of November, but you're going to see what it is. You're going to see what's creating the conflict. And it may be you, Aries, not to say that you're creating the conflict, but it may be your energy. Maybe you have to get rid of someone else, or you have to make a decision to let something go in order to be with this person. But there is going to be a breakthrough here, Cancerian energy. Or, maybe just, quite frankly, your work schedules are really busy, so you don't have a lot of time for love at this point in time. But this is something that you're going to want to fight for. And although it might be challenging, I think you're going to know exactly what you need to do and what you need to close out in order to close this gap and to have this breakthrough and be able to move forward here with this person. Okay, so it looks like you're most likely meeting this person in November, Aries, although maybe some of you already know who they are. And although it may not be super easy in the beginning or super easy getting this off the ground, I do see that there's a breakthrough here. And there's clarity on how to do that and how to close this gap. All right, advice and guidance for my Aries. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Okay, so take time getting to know each other. Again, that's going to really deepen this connection between you and them. All right, and transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. See, I love the synchronicity here of this message. This relationship is going to transform. It's going to take a little bit of elbow grease, but it certainly will. There will be a breakthrough, but it's one that you're going to have to, it's going to feel like hard earned or hard won. All right, Aries, I'm going to leave it there. And we're going to move right on into Taurus. Janelle, Virgo is going to come a little bit, almost at the end, the second to last. I started on Scorpio, and I'm moving through Scorpio through Libra. All right. All right, my lovely Taurus, let's see what's coming towards you in the month of November. Taurus in waiting, lovely Ella G. And Sarah, Taurus rising. Ooh, all right, so we have the Sun. Is this the Sun card coming through? The Sun card coming through, but it wanted to come through in reverse. All right, beautiful. Okay, so possibly a Leo coming your way, but it could be somebody here who hides their feelings. The Sun card in reverse can also be somebody who acts a lot more confident than they are, or somebody who acts like everything's fine when it's not. But it's still the happiest card in the deck. All right, how you're going to be feeling, Taurus. Ooh, the Six of Pentacles. Okay, you're going to be feeling balanced. You're going to be feeling grounded. I know that's a funny message because she's sitting here floating in the clouds, but I think despite having your head in the clouds about this, you're still going to be feeling grounded and balanced. And we see the Hermit card in reverse. I think you've got a secret admirer here. Now, they could be a Virgo, Leo, Cusper, but I feel like Spirit saying that you have somebody somebody's coming to tell you how they feel. Secret admirer vibes. Also, to try to stay grounded. Don't overthink things with this person. Your intuition is probably spot on. Because with that Sun card in reverse, you probably already know, Taurus, that this person is hiding something, like hiding their feelings. I'm not getting like necessarily them being like a liar or cheat, or they're not who they say they are. But it's somebody who kind of acts cool, right? And we see the Fool card, Aries energy. They're ready to take a risk or take a leap of faith. They definitely have some fire placements here, or they embody that fire energy. But they're gonna take a risk, take a leap of faith, tell you how they feel. The Six of Pentacles tells me you may be going on a few dates with this person in the month of November. Your head's going to be in the clouds, Taurus, but you're still going to be feeling quite grounded. And the Judgment card, but you are going to be questioning your judgment here, because again, I think this person hides their feelings, or they come off as very confident, but deep down they're a little bit insecure, or maybe they feel a little bit intimidated by you, most likely because they like you, but they don't want to be rejected, or they don't want to show those feelings just yet. So I do think that also that you're going to have a big decision to make about this connection. Spirit saying don't overthink things here, Taurus. All right, with the Moon card, trust your intuition. This is somebody who has very deep romantic feelings for you. Cancer, Pisces energy. And I actually see that you're going to have a lot of romantic moments. Most likely towards the end of November, though, is kind of what I'm getting. And this full moon that we have coming up may also be an important transit for you, or when things unfold. All right. And we see the King of Swords. You're going to be getting the clarity that you need. We have strong Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy here. And again, trust your intuition. Don't overthink things. I think this feels good. Somebody confessing their true feelings for you, taking this leap of faith. And it feels like it's taking a leap of faith into the unknown. Like this could be a friend who's a secret admirer. It could be a coworker. But I do think you're going to question a little bit about like you're going to be questioning your judgment, or maybe questioning like, should I, shouldn't I with this person? I feel like Spirit's saying go for it. You can trust your intuition if your intuition is saying go for it, right? All right, final messages, advice, and guidance for my Taurus, please. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Yeah, and I think this blessing is this person coming in and telling you how they really feel, giving you the clarity that you need. And talk about turmoil, we have the Five of Swords in reverse beneath that. So maybe some of you have been feeling a little bit in turmoil about this connection, or how they really feel, or what's going on here. But Spirit's also saying wait. Don't rush into things. Allow nature to take its course. Hold space for this person, because I think they're coming through. They're coming through to tell you, tell you how they feel. And it feels good. It feels in alignment. All right, my lovely Taurus, I'm going to leave it there. And we're going to move right into Gemini. All right. All right, my lovely Geminis, let's see what's going on here for the month of November. What's coming towards my lovely Geminis? Do we have any Geminis in the house? Any Geminis in the house? Ooh, 10 of Cups. How this is going to make you feel. 4 of Wands. All right, Gemini. And your advice is the Magician. Wow. Do not doubt your worth and your value. Gemini, some of you, this is the one that you're meeting in November. Now, that's not going to be for all of you, but I'm seeing there's somebody here that's going to be making you very happy. This is somebody that wants a relationship, or wants to up-level your relationship. So it could be a marriage proposal, or let's be exclusive, or let's move in together. The Magician card, these are fantastic cards. So this person maybe, I keep banging the camera, sorry. This person Pseudo Susan and Ultimate Tone, you're a Gemini. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys, I'm not sure what happens. My throat chakra is really acting up here. It's ever since those messages that said my voice was going in and out. Like randomly, I haven't experienced this at all until that. The power of energy and words. All right, the 10 of Cups. All right, so this is your person, Gemini. Somebody here who I think is looking for family, looking for commitment, loyalty. Ooh, but we get the King of Wands in reverse. They could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sag. And we get the 8 of Cups energy in reverse. Okay, so this person, I wouldn't be too alarmed, but maybe we popped the champagne a little bit too soon there, Gemini, because we have the 8 of Cups in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. This person may be somebody who has a lot of options around them, a lot of options available to them. They could be somebody who's a self-proclaimed bachelor or bachelorette, but they're showing up as the 10 of Cups. So the way that I'm reading this, Gemini, is that you've got somebody here, maybe they're coming back around to you. Maybe this person has a choice between you and somebody else who's coming around to them. But the way that I'm really reading this is This person has a lot of options around them, and they're a self-proclaimed bachelor or bachelorette. But there's something about your energy here, Gemini, that's making them think long term. There's something about your energy that's making them think marriage or children or, just being in a stable connection. You are feeling that way, the Four of Wands. And I think this is what you're offering. They're seeing and sensing that. Yeah, the Knight of Wands. You're also very passionate about this person. You want to move things forward here. Yeah, you're ready to move things forward. Hanged Man in reverse. It's almost like you know what you need to know. Pisces energy. And again, it does look like there's some red flags in this person's energy. But I don't think you're ignoring that. I don't think you're ignoring that. I don't think you have ignored that. But you're ready to move forward. You're ready to move forward to commitment. And, whether it's starting a family or moving in together or just being exclusive. And, Spirit's advice is the Magician energy. You have everything you need. You can manifest exactly what you want here, Gemini. The Three of Swords, healing, and we see the Page of Swords in reverse. The way that I'm reading this energy, trust your intuition, High Priestess energy, Cancer, Pisces. What I'm kind of getting with this message here, Gemini, is this Magician card. You have everything you need. Okay, so just know that. You don't need anyone else to make you happy. You don't need this particular person. But I can see here clearly you want this person. And you're ready to move forward. And you recognize that they have flaws. Now, I'm not saying ignore red flags, but you also recognize here that some people change. I feel like Spirit's saying, take action, Gemini, only if you see that this person has healed. I'm also getting with the Page of Swords energy in reverse that... Now, I normally don't recommend not speaking up, but I'm seeing, don't talk about it, Gemini. Watch. This is the energy I'm getting. You can manifest what you want here, but don't talk about it. Watch and see how this person behaves. You know that old, I don't even know if it's an old adage, but that saying, I guess, is like, let them be, and they'll show you who they are. That's kind of this energy that I'm getting. But I feel like intuitively, yeah, Two of Cups, like, that there's a soulmate connection here. That this connection is coming into union. Now, I know these are tricky messages, Gemini, because I don't want you to ignore red flags because you don't want to see them, or you don't want to acknowledge that this person has been a bit of a player, or, hasn't been looking for commitment. But I feel like there's potential for commitment here between you and this person. And you've seen some sort of breakthrough, some sort of change in them, or you've seen what you need to see in order to want to move forward here with this person. And I do think you're manifesting this, Gemini, but also Spirit saying, before you make a decision or make a final decision, don't ignore your intuition, hold back, don't talk, listen to what they say, what they tell you about who they are, and pay attention to their actions and behaviors. And that's where you're going to get your answers here. All right, my lovely Geminis. All right. Yes, behavior is a language. Thank you, Pseudo Susan. I felt like that was hard to get out. Yes, Deeps, this is an all signs reading. All right, Geminis, your final advice here is power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. And playfulness, okay? Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. So also really, really also focus on being in a lighthearted energy, whether that's with this person, being around your friends and your family, but also, like, does this person bring you more joy than than difficulty, right? Or do they bring you more pain than they do joy? Or do they make you, do they pull you off balance? How does your nervous system feel around this person? All right, Geminis, I'm going to leave it here, and we're going to move right on into Cancer. And I'm going to have a drink of water before we move into Cancer. Okay, so we're moving right along into Cancer. Cancer moon. Yes, Sarah, lovely. Lovely placement. Cancer moon, Pisces. Cancer and Pisces moons are such intuitive placements. Libra is going to be the last one. Libra is going to be the last one. So we're on Cancer right now. So probably, I don't know, maybe about 20 minutes if I just had to guesstimate. Jessica, another Cancer moon. Yeah, that's a lovely placement. All right. Cancers, what's coming to you in the month of November? We have justice. Ooh, some karmic justice, or maybe a Libra. How this is going to make you feel, the Judgment card. You know what I'm hearing? Vindicated. All right. And your advice is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm hearing watch and wait. There's nothing that needs to be done just yet or just now. Now, the Justice card could be somebody coming in to make it up to you, or it could be somebody completely brand new. Maybe they're Libra or they have Libran placements. But this feels like karmic justice with the Justice card and the Judgment card right next to each other. This person could be a Leo. Okay, this is somebody who's bright. They have a sunny disposition. They're passionate. They're playful. I also feel like they're very well put together. They're very balanced. Cancers, you're going to be feeling Judgment energy. So you're going to be feeling like you want to up-level this connection. You're going to be feeling vindicated, maybe for, all of the past duds or flops that you've had in love. And the Page of Pentacles, you're going to be feeling like, you know what, this is a really good idea. This is something that you're going to stop and take a good hard look at it as well. Like my Cancers are going to be rushing into this, but you're going to be ready. You're going to be feeling ready to move things along. And with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I'm seeing that, your advice here is to watch and to wait. There's not any work that you need to do. And the Fool card, but when the time is right, take that leap of faith, Cancer. Look at this. Cancers, who am I connecting with? You have something long-term, something abundant coming in with this person. Again, I feel like you're going to be meeting this person in November. Now, maybe if you've dealt with someone who is a Libra and a Leo and they have Aries in their chart, possibly Scorpio. I mean, it could be somebody from your past, but I'm reading this as somebody brand new. And I'm seeing that this connection, Cancer, can go the distance. 10 of Pentacles. One that will result in a higher level of commitment. Now, don't rush into things, but you're going to know when the time is right to take this leap of faith here, Cancer. And I am leaving that there because the messages are very clear, very succinct for my Cancers. You have someone coming in who's going to make you very, very happy, and it's going to feel like karmic justice. And I'm just going to repeat myself. It's going to feel like vindication for all the relationships that you've experienced that didn't work out in the past. Now, Spirit's advice for you is power. I'm going to shuffle these again because those just came out and I feel like they were stuck together. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Cancers, please. Final messages, advice, and guidance for my Cancers, please. All right. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And I feel like that's more of a commentary, Cancer, on the relationships you've experienced, right? Like there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding. All of these karmic lessons expand your understanding. And yes, I love this for you, Cancers. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. Full energy. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Yeah, hell yeah, Cancer. Those are beautiful messages. All right. All right, now we're going to be moving right on into my Leo reading. Hi, Lucy Mar, welcome to the chat. Yes, the Cancer reading was fire. Positive messages for my Cancers out there. All right, let's see what's going on here with my Leos. What's coming towards my Leos in the month of November? Hello, my beautiful Lucy Mar. All right, Emily, a Leo rising. All right, the Eight of Wands, beautiful. How you're going to be feeling, King of Swords, discerning, but he's got a big smile on his face. And we have the Queen of Swords. Ooh, all right, this is your advice. So there is something here coming towards you, Eight of Wands. It could be somebody here, Leo, who's trying to manifest you, or it could be somebody who's at a distance. Now, a lot of readers do read the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords as exes. I don't. I read them, you know, whether it's the King, it's Swords, Wands, Cups, Pentacles. You two are a very, very good match. You two are an intellectual match. So you're going to get each other's jokes. You're going to spend a lot of time talking to one another. This person, the Eight of Wands, I don't know why I'm getting Gemini energy, maybe because of the swords, and the Eight of Wands sometimes reminds me of Gemini energy. Somebody who's very chatty, somebody who's flirty, somebody who's, you know, capable of spinning a lot of different plates. This is somebody here that's not going to want to let you go. Some of you could meet this person traveling or sometime when you're away from home as well, my Leos. And we see the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, some of you, this person's at a distance from you, or maybe some of you met this person already, like sometime when you were traveling or on vacation. I'm also seeing this person, if they can't quite come to you yet, Leo, it's like they're making those plans or trying to figure out how to come towards you. All right, I'm just going to clarify this. And we see the Queen of Wands. For some of you, this person is leaving behind a past of possibly being a bit promiscuous, or possibly, you know, or possibly leaving behind a third party here, a karmic third party, in order to come towards you. Now, I think this is going to make you happy here with the King of Swords. You know, he does have a smile on his face, but he's still keeping, you know, he's still being discerning. He's still keeping his wits about him. And we see the Four of Swords. Yeah, you're going to let this person come to you. It may feel difficult, but you're going to let this person come to you. Hanged Man, Pisces energy, because you want to see what they're all about. You're interested. I get that my Leos are very interested. But, and even if it takes all the power that you can conjure up, you're going to hold back, watch and wait and see how they behave, right? And you're going to see if they come towards you. Who are they? What are they really made of? The Queen of Swords tells me this is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Now, you know that there's an intellectual connection, but some of my Leos, you need some time to figure out if there's more. All right, the Seven of Wands. I love this particular Seven of Wands because this is my you and me against the world, babe, right? Like, I got your back. It's me and you against the world. And I love that. So I do see that, you know, it's important to be discerning. It's important to talk to this person, get to know them, see who they really are, allow them to come towards you. I think this is something that's really worth fighting for. And in fact, I think they are going to fight for you. And we see the Judgment card, Aries, Scorpio energy. So Judgment card is this person coming towards you. This is an up-leveling. This is, I think, you and this person really coming together. We get the Queen of Pentacles. They could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But I'm also seeing with the Queen of Pentacles here that, you know, this is someone I think is someone worth waiting for. And they see you that way, that way as well. I think they're going to put in the work here, Leo. Some of you, you know, it's kind of interesting. I just wanted to take a look. I wanted you to look at these hands. You know, we have this person, she's got to go, but this person doesn't want to let you go. And then we've got this hand reaching out to you. So some of you, it's some type of reconciliation, although I don't really feel like it's an ex. It just feels like, I don't know, maybe, you know, you met each other traveling and you don't live in the same place, or, you know, something like that. But it could really just be figurative here as well. It doesn't have to be literal, but I think you're going to be welcoming new love here with this person. They do need to close out this karmic third party situation though, or, you know, or if this person doesn't necessarily have a third party, but they've kind of been in this dating energy, if you will, or in a bit of a promiscuous energy, they are closing that out for you. That's what I'm getting. My Leos are worth it. This person sees that. You know, and what I mean by worth it is worth making positive change, you know, worth making changes for. All right, let's see. A final advice for my Leos. Wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. So that's a double confirmation message there. And soulmate. You and your soulmate, your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. Yeah. And not this person. This is what you're manifesting. They're coming. Some of you, they're at a distance and they're literally coming towards you in November. All right, my lovely Leos. It feels positive, really positive here. Thank you, Debbie. Those heart cards, those are OG love message oracle cards. They've been around for a really long time. I don't always use them, but I always am happy when I do. All right, so my Virgos. Debbie, Virgo, Sun, Venus, Mercury, Uranus. Okay, you are the embodiment of Virgo energy. Oh, all right, we've gotten to Virgo. I love this on this Virgo card here, on this Virgo astrology card. It says integrity, reverence, and service. Yes. All right, Venus and Virgo. Ah, Lucy Mard. I like Venus and Virgo placement. It's picky. It's a picky placement, but it's a nice placement. All right, Virgos, I'm not going to keep you waiting. What is coming towards you in the month of November? All right, 5 of Pentacles, okay. How you're going to be feeling, Queen of Cups. And your advice, Page of Swords in reverse. All right, Virgos. So initially what I want to say here is there might be somebody here that is missing you, but I kind of feel with the Page of Swords in reverse, you might want to keep this person blocked, right? Because I'm getting a really strong energy of self-love here with the Queen of Cups. But let's see, what is this 5 of Pentacles? What is this 5 of Pentacles here? Emperor energy, Aries energy. Okay, this could be somebody here who's coming out of the cold, somebody who's healing their finances, or somebody here who has had an ending with you or feeling disappointed. Maybe you've rejected the person. Not all of you, because it could just be that they've been rejected or they're healing their finances. They're bossing up here, Virgo. Aries energy. They're ready to step up. They've had an aha moment, a come to Jesus moment. All right. And yep, they've been waiting and planning this. So again, whether it's somebody new or it's somebody in the past, this person is in a confident energy where they've been planning and strategizing to come towards you after being disappointed. So it could be somebody you've rejected, or it could just be somebody who's made some serious life changes and they are definitely not who they used to be. And that's a good thing. The Queen of Cups, you're in this energy of self-love. You know, I love the Queen of Cups. I mean, not just because it's water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, which some of you may have in your chart, but the Queen of Cups here is like, you know, we think of the Queen of Cups as somebody who's like always nurturing and taking care of others and things like that. But I always get from this card that she's on her own and that she's carving out that space for herself, for that self-love, for that self-care. You know, that sacred space to do her, you know, to do her wellness practices or focus on her own creativity. So I do feel like that's where my Virgos are at this point in time. Like I'm just getting, you're in this energy of self-love. And I think that's what's making you so very attractive here. Yeah. Hierophant energy. A lot of you, you're really focused on your spiritual journey. You're focused on work. You're focused on family. You're ready for a relationship though. Yeah. And you're ready to open your heart. You've been doing the work. Some of you maybe even, I mean, I don't see why you would take this the wrong way, but the message is some of you maybe have been in therapy or you've been doing energy work on yourselves. All right. Yeah. And it's like you're ready for a soulmate. You're ready for a relationship. You've been doing the work. But with the Page of Swords in reverse, why do we have this here as your advice? It may be similar to what we just heard in the Leo reading, like where you're not the one that's meant to take action, like this person needs to step up and ask you out or tell you how they feel. There's going to be some sort of breakthrough. You may be seeing this person differently. You know, Virgo, if this is somebody you've rejected or maybe somebody you weren't interested in the past, that might be changing. Because like, I don't know if they've been through a glow up or they're making more money or like whatever it is, they're like in a better place is what I'm getting. For those of you where this Aries or Taurus energy, Pisces, possible Pisces coming through, they're in definitely a better place. You're going to be seeing things differently. You're ready for forward movement and the Six of Pentacles. So this could be somebody making it up to you. Or you're going to be giving this person a chance. You're going to be giving this person, you know, I like this. You're going to allow them to ask you out or go out on dates with them. And you're giving them a chance to see what they're made of, to see if this is a balanced connection because you're ready for that. Some of you, there could be gossip around this person. And I feel like with gossip around this person, you know, it could be like about this Five of Pentacles, who they were in the past, or, oh, they declared bankruptcy, or they used to date so-and-so, but they're a different person now. So I kind of feel like my Virgos, you're just going to be like, you're going to ignore the gossip. You're seeing this person differently, or you're going to give them the chance to prove themselves. And look at what's at the bottom of the deck, the Ten of Cups. And I think you're going to be really, really pleased that you've done this because I think this is going to be there's potential. We have two of my marriage cards or my commitment cards coming through here, Virgo. So, you know, I think this feels good. I just got chills. I just got chills up the right side of my body. So yeah, this feels really good. Now, this person has been strategizing and waiting, but they are going to boss up in November, and you're going to be ready for it. And you're going to basically, excuse my language, but, you know, tell anybody who is a naysayer to F off and that you can make your own decisions, right? And I kind of, you know, I like that. You know, I think it's important to pay attention to what people who love you, what they say and what they think and they feel, but ultimately make your own decisions about, you know, about your life, right? All right, Virgos, let's see what your final advice is. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. All right, and passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it, Virgo. Yes, beautiful. I also think there's passion here with this person, but it feels like there's a lot more than that. All right, Virgos. All right, before we move on to Libra, I caught some messages in the chat that Debbie, you've been working on self-love. Yeah, working on healing past traumas and opening up yourself to love and self-love. Beautiful. I wanted to just take a moment because some of you may have already subscribed to my other channel. But I wanted to, those of you who do work with do energy work, or you're doing your own, self-love, self-care, I wanted to share with you my other channel, which is called Sacred Affirmations. And my latest meditation that I published there is on soul retrieval. And anybody who's working on healing and energy work will benefit from a soul retrieval meditation. And I have a little bit of an introduction about what soul retrieval is and how it works. And so if you do want to check that out, I just popped that link up there in the chat, and I'm also going to share the link to the soul retrieval meditation. Now, I just want to be clear that yes, this is a shameless plug, but not really. I've created this channel not so much for the subscribers and and things like that, but more so to just create more tools for us as we work through our healing journey and as we're, on our own personal path of ascension. I don't talk about it very much, but I am a Reiki master. I do energy work, and it has ebbs and flows in my own personal life. I also offer angelic healing sessions, and have worked with clients for a couple of years doing a sort of soul retrieval. But anyway, soul retrieval is something that's very near and dear to my heart, because it's also something that about 5 years ago, I worked extensively with my own personal healer, and we did a lot of soul retrieval together. And then I've also done a lot of soul retrieval with clients, and it's fantastic. And you don't need anybody else to do it. I just love being able to offer, my soul tribe, offer you guys another little tool to help us heal, or to help us, and not just heal, but help us ascend, help us get into this, get into a more whole space within ourselves, a more centered and more complete space within ourselves. So you might find it beneficial. So if you feel called to, check it out. And like I said, the beginning of that meditation is more of a blurb about soul retrieval and what it is and how it works. Okay, so anyway, just something I wanted to chat about. All right, Libras, you're probably pulling your hair out and wondering, when am I going to get started on your reading? Because I know I've had some Libras here I've had some Libras in the chat for quite some time. Janine, is that... Or Jeannie, sorry. Jeannie, you'll take all the help you can get. Yeah, and just don't forget also how powerful you are in your own healing. Just don't forget that. You have the power to heal. All right, Libras. So we have the Strength card in reverse popping out for you. Leo energy. So what is coming towards my Libras? So you could have a Leo here. You could have somebody who's kind of acts really overly confident, but they're really kind of masking some insecurities. We'll see. This is, somebody who might be heavily in their ego. Ooh, a Venusian Libra. All right. How you're going to be feeling, Judgment card, Aries, Scorpio energy. And your advice is the 10 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so I feel like, my Libras, the message I'm getting right off the bat, Spirit's advice is date this person. Check them out. Keep things kind of casual, because your energy with the Judgment card is I want to up-level this. Maybe this is someone who's going to make you think about, wanting to have children or get married, or, building that future in your head. But I feel like Spirit's saying, not so fast. Take your time. This person might not be exactly who they say they are, or they may be very confident, but they're masking some stuff there. All right, so why do we have this Strength card in reverse here for my Libras? Ace of Cups. So this person's ready for a new beginning. They're seeing a lot of potential here. Okay, I like that. And we see the Two of Cups. Holy smokes. Soulmate energy. Soulmate energy, potential for union. This person's seeing, sensing, and feeling potential for union here with my Libras. All right, Judgment card. You're going to be feeling like you want to up level this because this energy is going to feel good, right? Like I'm getting this feeling like my endorphins are pumping, like you're going to be seeing the world in technicolor here with this person and in this connection. You're going to be wanting to up level, but I feel like Spirit's saying take your time. Don't jump into that. Hermit card in reverse. You might feel very, this can be a little bit of an obsessive energy. My Virgos in the chat know when Virgo energy is a little bit imbalanced, it can be obsessing over little details. It can be wanting to make sure everything's perfect. It can even be you picking yourself apart. Okay, so I do feel like there's going to be a little bit of that obsessive energy here because it's going to feel so good. It's going to feel so powerful. And the 9 of Wands. Yeah, okay. But you're also the wounded warrior here, Libra. And you hold the torch for this person for sure. You may even sense, and I'm kind of getting, you're going to sense familiarity between this person's, like you and them have past life soulmate connection. Or, you're going to get that, like you might get deja vu here with this person. But you might find yourself feeling a little bit exhausted with this connection because it's really heavy energy. And I mean heavy in a good way with the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups, but it's intense. Intensity is a better word. It's really intense energy. Spirit's saying don't rush into a commitment here, even though you're going to be feeling all the feels here. 7 of Wands. This is something that's worth fighting for, but you also do need to keep yourself from rushing in and make sure that this person is healed. You want to make sure that there aren't any red flags. You want to protect yourself because you've worked hard here, Libra, to release karma, to heal, to get to this place where you're, the Judgment card is a beautiful place to be in. It's telling me that you've really up-leveled. Take it slow, though. Aquarius energy, the Star card. This is wish fulfillment. There's potential healing here. But I'm also, but this is about playing the long game. The Star card is not about tomorrow. It's about, it's a little bit further down the line. Because like I said, I think you're going to be feeling all the feels. You're going to be feeling good. Like this is the person. This is my person. I want to, get married and have kids and, blah, 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 blah. You're going to get all of these feelings come rushing in because of all of this potential. But there's something here with the Strength card in reverse. Now, this could also be this person rushing. Okay, the Strength card in reverse can be somebody that, is kind of moving things along quickly. Spirit's saying you don't want to do that. Now, there's potential victory and success here, but that victory and success is going to come through taking time, letting it unfold naturally, and seeing who this person really, truly is. The signs that are coming through really strong, we have Leo, we have Virgo, we have Aries, Scorpio, we have Capricorn, and we have Aquarius. So we do have the Leo-Aquarius axis. Okay, so that's a strong soulmate connection energy for me. And then we also have, Leo-Virgo cusp energy, and we also have Capricorn-Aquarius cusp energy. So those signs and those placements might resonate with you. They might not. All right, Libras, let's see what your final advice is. I mean, all in all, it feels good. Spirit's just saying take your time, though. Don't rush into a commitment until you know everything you need to know. Because I feel somehow rushing here could be detrimental to the connection. Spirit's advice for you, yeah, holy smokes. I can't make this up. Wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. There it is. All right, and healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. But again, there may be some unhealed energy within your person or even within yourself. I think there's potential for this to be a very healing connection, Libra. But take it slow. That's what I'm hearing. All right, my lovely Libras, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you so much love and light. And that concludes our all signs reading for the month of November. I'm definitely going to pop on again. Maybe, I know I always say these maybes and then, life gets in the way, but I'm going to try to make our live readings like a regular thing. And if I can, I will try, try to do it on Saturdays, which seem to be better days than, I think I was trying like midweek and in the evenings. So let me know, drop me a comment, whether it's in the chat or it's afterwards, what days really work for you. But I am thinking the weekends. And yeah, and like I love doing these live readings. I love connecting with you. Although a big part of me like wants to stop the readings and just sit and chat with you guys, which may be a bit annoying for people who are viewing these lives after the fact, but thank you, Sarah. I completely appreciate you for being a moderator and your kind words, your love and your support, and also your suggestions. I'm going to have to go back and take a look at the reader that you recommended. Susie, thank you so much. Thank you so much also for being a moderator. And Emily, I appreciate you guys so much. It means the world to me. You guys are amazing. Yeah, so I think maybe, I'm going to wait and see what the comments that we get on the videos, but I think I'm going to try to keep it to the weekends. And yes, and Jacqueline, I'm so happy también. Bienvenida y gracias por llegar a la lectura en vivo. Yes, awesome. All right, you guys, so I'm going to leave it there. Go and have an amazing, amazing weekend, and I will hopefully see you all soon.